Good morning and welcome to Jeannie's World. My weekend was fabulous and not so fabulous. I did not go out to lunch with Mr. Feather on Friday. Instead, we went to Flagler Beach on Saturday to the Turtle Festival. And my daughter, she was belly dancing in the park with some other troops, which was very interesting. And I must say, I was a little bit prejudiced saying my daughter was the best dancer, with the exception of one of her students. Most of the dances were tribal, where they had the swords on their head, and uh, I find that boring. But needless to say, my eyes are perfect, but my camera is imperfect. So therefore, I didn't get any pictures. And when we left the festival itself, we went over to the park by the library. And Donna had fixed a wonderful picnic. By that time, I was so frustrated with my phone, I didn't videotape that. But the day was marvelous. Wish I could have shared it. But just close your eyes, thinking about being by the beach with the nice breeze. It was cold that day, it was a cool breeze. And having a festival with belly dancers. Just can you picture it in your mind's eye? That's how nice the day was. Except I didn't get to see the beach. And it was just across the street. It was a busy day. Sunday, of course, Sunday is my flea market day where we go to Oak Hill. Well, we get there about 5 o'clock in the morning, and being my eyes are so perfect and I have such great vision that I don't do anything till 7 o'clock where the sun comes up, where that I can see things and know what I'm doing. So at 7 o'clock, I head off to the bathroom, and one of our team, or I don't know, I wouldn't call it a team, um, flea market family. She jumps my case because every Tuesday for the Volusia Fairgrounds Flea Market, Miles goes and sits between 4 and 5 hours to be able to mark the spot. And we mark a spot for our flea market family. In exchange, they give him $5 for gas. And on Wednesday, uh, can't the flea market family forgets to give Miles his $5. So he asks for it on Saturday when they go to the Lake Helen flea market. And she got mad and she refused to give it to him. And she said she didn't ask and da da da. So, anyway, short story. Long story short, I'm on my way to the bathroom Sunday morning, and the flea market family member, she jumps me, and she's screaming and she's hollering about this $5. And I just agree with her. Because number one, it's none of my business. Number two, I am not Miles' wife. Number three, nor am I his mother. But I jumped from 1 to 3. I'm not his wife. I'm not his mother. And I do not consider myself his girlfriend because we don't have that kind of relationship. We're just friends. So whatever Miles does is Miles' business. It's not mine. We work at the flea market together. We share the expenses and we share the profits. And that's where our relationship goes. And there's more than just showing up to the market and selling. There's preparation. So Miles and I are basically together every day preparing for these three flea markets. So anyway, bottom line, none of my business. So I get past that, get busy working and everything. Day goes great. It's wonderful. Well, Wednesday comes, and we don't save her a spot because she said she wants to go back to the back of the line. That's fine. And anyway, so our day is going really, really nice. We got a lot of good product, and we bought some video movies. So now we got a good selection of movies, and we got some nice glassware. And one of the ladies, she's not coming back to work until September, and she gave me a lot of beautiful mint condition clothes. And like I said, we sell our clothes for $1, and they have to be in good condition, or we won't sell them at all. So anyway, the day goes fabulous, except that one when I woke up in the morning and I was screaming at Miles because he screamed at me, and I told him he can't scream at me and I don't have to listen to him. So anyway, it's the end of the day. I'm tired and I'm just kind of sitting there. And Miles tells me to do something. And I give him the attitude. Ew, I don't want to do it right now. So I'm going to do it anyway. I just copped an attitude. And so I start to get up, but it's just like this, not up, just start to get up. And this big gush of wind comes past me, and we have 3 tarp tents, and it pulls them up off the ground and turns them upside down, just like that. And I mean, we have our tarps anchored very, very well. And but it just took them and turned it upside down. It must have done about $400 in damage on equipment, displays, and merchandise. And Miles, I tried to comfort him, but then I found that he had tears in his eyes because of his loss. I mean, for him, it's a big loss. So Miles cried. For me, I have lost so many things. So many things I have lost. Twice my business in devel was closed down so I could come to Florida. The first time, whoa, you wouldn't imagine. I had a bait shop full of the best tackle and baits, and just anything you could imagine. I had it, along with I combined my bait shop into a pet shop, a jewelry store, gift, and a pond. So I had koi, I had pond supplies, I had the bait. I had 3 kinds of minnows, 3 sizes. I had goldfish, koi. I had lizards, I had crickets, I had mealworms. You name it, I had it. Lost it all when I moved to Florida. But then I moved back to my beautiful place and I started rebuilding. But by the time I got back, which was 6 years later, the people who had originally bought the place from me, they destroyed it. And so I didn't have any minnow tanks or anything like that to restart my minnow business. So I did a smoke shop. And I lost all of that when I moved back to Florida. And Lord knows the belongings and the memory things that I lost when Saeed and I divorced. So the magnitude of things that I lost was a drop in the bucket of the things we lost yesterday. So the effect of me losing these things yesterday didn't really faze me too much, because besides that, they're material things, and they are replaceable, and most of them are donations, and I appreciate the donations, don't get me wrong. I think I would have got upset if this mini tornado would have, because I think the wind was like 80 miles an hour. I think if it had taken our sodas, which every week is a large investment because it's our main thing, because we have really good drinks, really, really good drinks. You have a choice. I think that would have upset me to replace that. As for the other uh, merchandise, I have a house full of merchandise, so I'm not really worried about that. Fixing the tarps, the tent he made, because he made a poles and a flat top tent, which usually doesn't take the wind, in that tunnel and pull it up and take it away. Anyway, that's going to be like $300 to fix that. Maybe less, I don't know. Someone did get hurt, but the wind, it kind of made a J shape. And when it hit way on the other side of the market, it pulled up the Marine Corps tent, veteran tent, and hit a lady, and she was hurt. And then it came down the line and skipped a couple of the vendors, but when it hit us, I was sitting, well, the tent's right here. I was sitting right here, just at the edge of the tent. So the wind came, took it like that. So it just kind of went over me. So I just sat there. What happened? Just that fast. Everything was everywhere. And Miles was standing over on the other side of the truck, away from the tents. So he didn't get hurt. But it just toppled and threw everything in disarray, like you put it in a mixer and you mixed it up. But it stayed pretty much only in our area. It didn't move, over to Kim's space, and it didn't touch the spaces on either side of us. And it just toppled and made a mix. So that was yesterday. And I think I got into rambling and things. So I've been having dreams, and I have to sit down and translate them and get those back to you. But I had a beautiful weekend with a little chaos. Yesterday was a beautiful day with a lot of damage. And I try to comfort Miles and said, Miles, it's okay. We have other stuff. We'll do good. And the person who refused to pay for the gas for the line, she came up and she paid Miles for holding her place in line. So that was nice. And you knew who your friends were because they all came in and helped us pick up the stuff, which was amazing. But now everything is such disarray. It's going to take quite a while for us to untangle the boxes. But just the point of them coming in and picking things up, that is a major thank you, a major gratitude. And anyway, we're looking forward to Saturday's flea market, and we got things going on for Sunday. We just won't have the shade that we have for ourselves and our customers, but we'll be okay. And the 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 windy part of the season is almost over, I think. So that's good. And I'm rambling, so love you. God bless.